Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla and I am working with DNVGL India. So today I am going to talk about human safety, which is a main concern because of the restart of the production after lockdown due to COVID-19. Now for any organization, safety is the most paramount thing, and it is the responsibility of the top management to ensure that all the employees and the related interested parties like contractors, suppliers and customers, whomsoever is coming to the premises, their safety is being assured in all the cases. When we think about COVID-19 situation, there is only one danger with respect to human safety, and that is to get infected by coronavirus. Now, in this video, I am going to talk about 4 different steps through which I would like to explain about why human safety is important and what needs to be done. The first step is that what are the possible cases in which a person can get infected by COVID-19 in the organization. The second step is that what will be the impact on the organization if something like that happens when it is restarting the production. The third step is what will be the role of top management in this particular situation. And the fourth and the most important thing is that how Occupational Health and Safety Management System ISO 45001 can help the organization in managing the situation and coming out of it in a systematic manner. So let me start with point number 1, that what are the possible ways or reasons in which a person can infected. A person can get infected from a co-worker when they are working together. It may be through some neighbors. A study shows that because of air conditioning, there is a possibility that virus can transmit internally in the organization to different places. When the person is coming from home to the factory or to the office, at that time there is a possibility that a person get infected, and there can be many more possibilities of person getting infected. That brings point number 2. What will be the impact on the organization? The first and the most important impact is that the healthy employee will get impacted by that. The government has put a lot of stringent rules and responsibilities that in case a person gets infected, what will be the impact of that? So that is another thing that can happen. Then employee morale. In case a person is coming to factory or an organization to work and the person realizes that now he is get impacted or get affected by this virus, so what will the employee morale? Then the confidence of customer, the profitability, overall the cost of production. There are so many things which will get impacted in case anyone in the organization get infected by the coronavirus after the restart. That brings point number 3. What is the role of top management in this situation? Now, the role of top management is to ensure that the morale of employees remain high. Secondly, to ensure that the communication channels are always open so that everyone can share their concern and actions can be taken so that any issue can be resolved effectively. The third is with respect to the management review process, that how effective we can take care about the effective management review process so that we can take care about that. Then the fourth important thing is how to ensure that all the related interested parties are safe and they are being communicated about what are the possible challenges that the organization is facing at this point of time. And there can be much more also. Now here comes the fourth point, that how Occupational Health and Safety Management System, which is ISO 45001 2018, can help the organization to come out of this crisis. Now, one thing which is very important to understand is that one size does not fit all. So different organizations will have to apply different kinds of methodology to come out of this crisis using this management system. Now, I would like to specify this in the form of PDCA cycle, which is plan, do, check and act. So let me first start with plan. Now, there can be many things which an organization can plan. One is to review their existing occupational health and safety management policy. Secondly, it can be about reviewing the existing objectives which have been set. Thirdly, it can be about the kind of trainings the organization is planning at the moment and what more and what different they can do. Another could be about the communication channels, that what are the existing communication way of communicating with the employees and other interested parties and what needs to be done. Another could be about the present method of participation and consultation with workers and their representatives, whether they need any change or not. And there can be many more things which can be a part of planning. So once the organization will plan it, the next step is do it. So in do, maybe the possibility is that the safety policy may be revised. Secondly, the objectives related to safety can be reviewed and revised if needed. Say for example, no case of coronavirus in the organization at any cost. Then communication is a very important channel which needs to be reviewed and amended with respect to with whom we need to communicate, how to communicate. And it's also important to ensure that communication should not discriminate with respect to gender, with respect to religion, or with respect to anyone who get infected by this COVID-19. Then it's also important to understand and identify the new kind of training which are required at this point of time, because in most of the organizations they are working with say 20% or 30% of the manpower. So safety can be a big concern. Maybe another drill about emergency preparedness is required. Maybe whatever safety protocols are there at the moment, it needs to be reviewed, that with this reduced manpower, whether the existing manpower is skilled enough to utilize this safety guidelines or not. So all these things needs to be reviewed. Then based on the context of the organization, the risk analysis has to be done, and based on that maybe some new actions can be taken. And some of the possible things which most of the industries have started doing it or will be doing it, it could be that that there should not be any hard copies, only the soft copies which are there. People should prefer to travel by, say for example, staircase and not by the lift. People should prefer to bring food from home rather than depending on the organization, because there is a possibility that in canteen maybe in somebody is infected, then it can be transmitted easily. How to sneeze in case they have to do it, how to greet each other, and there can be so many things which can be done as a part of prevention from this COVID-19. Then the third point is check. Now it is important to check that whatever actions that has been taken with respect to quality objectives, trainings, communication process, actions with respect to risk analysis, how much effective they are, and it can be done with the help of a safety audit. And it's also important to review in management review that what the management thinks about it and what kind of new directions management is giving to make sure that the entire organization remains safety in a safe condition. And then finally, action. Based on safety audit or maybe management review, there can be a possibility that there can be some gaps which are being observed. How to plug those gaps, whatever things are working, how to make sure that they become a part of life, a new normal, and how to ensure that those things keep on continuing. And then lastly, it's important to understand that what can be the possible benefits if an organization have an effective occupational health and safety management system. It will ensure that the morale of employees will remain high, all the interested parties will trust the organization, the continual improvement activities in the organization will sustain and will move further, and it will give rise to the new businesses in this challenging situation and many more things. So to summarize once again, I talked about 4 main steps. The step number 1 was what can be the possible reasons to get infected by the coronavirus. The second thing was what will be the impact in the organization in case something like that happen after we restart the processes. The third is what is the role of top management at this juncture. And the fourth is how effectively we can use occupational health and safety management system to get out of the situation. Well, in case you want to know more in detail about this, so you can go to the below link and you will find much more detail in my blog. And in case you want to know about these videos regularly, so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.